Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's Monday, December 8th already. I'm Melody. I am at my home studio today. We have a surprise guest today, you guys. I'm so very excited. But I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping, go over a couple of things here before we bring in our special guest for our today's special that we have on our day 8 of the 12 days of Christmas. I hope you all had a very good weekend. Welcome everybody that's joining us from all over the place. And we so appreciate you guys joining us here. Let me know what you guys did over the weekend. I had a couple of last minute holiday decorating things that I did because, you know, I have a problem. For those of you that have joined us before, I do a lot of Christmas decorating. And as I was going through the house, I found a couple of spots where I needed to just add a couple more things. I had a Christmas party over the weekend with my best friend and our husbands, and I found a Christmas shop. So I got some more stuff. So I had to add those out over the weekend. And guys, I can't even tell you, I have an announcement to make for those of you that have been joining us. I wish Keisha was here to make the announcement, but she said I could share it with you guys because she was so very excited. Her grandbaby was born. Yay! She has a brand new little grandbaby granddaughter. And I got to go see her yesterday afternoon at the hospital. And oh my gosh, so cute. Itty bitty bitty. You forget how tiny babies are when they're born. She's a great size. She's like 7 pounds something ounces. I forgot. So she's a great size, but she's just this little peanut. She's all in, oh my gosh, so very cute. So excited for the whole family there. Took my kids to a birthday party. Oh my gosh, yes. Children's birthday parties, man, that'll take it out of you. You got to have a nap after that. I'm glad you were able to do that, Savannah. That's so great. Sandy came to visit the grandkids. And wait, and you got 3 quilt tops done? Oh my gosh, that is impressive. I have not had a chance to make any quilt tops since I started really getting into my Christmas decorating, because I have to have that done first for my family Christmas party before I have people over for that. My family Christmas party is on Sunday, so I had to make sure everything got done. So this week we're cleaning up for that. So we're super excited. Yes, grandkids are the best. Did homework, but only 2 more weeks of this hellish class, and then I am done. Jana, good luck on those last 2 weeks. That means finals are coming up. Congrats to Keisha and her family and the babies. We're so excited about the babies. I'm not sure if she's joined us or not. She's sometimes able to join us. I am not sure if she is here or not. Anyway, it was so great to see her son and daughter-in-law. They already have an 8-year-old daughter, and now they have a brand new baby daughter, and their 8-year-old daughter helped name her, chose her middle name, which was so stinking cute. So it was awesome. I had the town Christmas tree lighting fun in the Christmas parade the next morning. Your daughter had to sing and play in the band. Sorry, I have to look around this light that's over here to see all the stuff, but that is so fun. I love all of that stuff. 3 paper piecing blocks for a Star Wars quilt. Shelly, don't tell my husband that you can make Star Wars quilts. He'll make me make one. We don't want to talk about that. So hopefully you guys were able to join our lives, and I say lives with air quotes, over the weekend. We were able to watch, and we saw that some of you joined, and we really appreciate that. Those were, however, secretly pre-recorded so that we could go to our little Christmas party that we did over the weekend. So Keisha and I had pre-recorded those, and it was really fun to have. So if you missed those, the sales from the weekend are still live, you guys. If you buy 3 flex lights, you can get one for free. Just make sure you put all 4 flex lights in your shopping cart at the same time. If you spend $100 or more on the website and you put a fat quarter bundle bag in your shopping cart, the fat quarter bundle bag will be free. We are having some fun buy something, get something free things happening. And today is another one of those. You guys, I am so excited about today, and I'm so excited about our special guest. I need to tell you, well, okay, first of all, let me remind you how our 12 days works, and then we'll bring in our special guest. So we have a new sale every single day throughout the 12 days. And we also have a buy more, save more extravaganza going on. So if you spend $200 or more in your shopping cart, you'll automatically get an additional 10% off whatever the specials are. If you excuse me, if you spend $350 or more in your shopping cart, you will get an extra 15% off. And if you spend, oh, Keisha is here. Keisha is here. Hi, Keisha. If you spend $500 or more, you get an extra 20% off in your shopping cart. And this goes for anything you add on the website. You can choose the bundles that we've been showing over the past week, the special that we've got today, the specials over the weekend, just as long as your shopping cart goes over those milestones, then you're able to get that additional discount. I checked this morning. It also applies for our today's special. Now, guys, we are so very excited. Oh, our guest is not sitting at her desk, so I'm not going to invite her on just yet. I can see she had to step off for just a second. So we have partnered. Yes, Savannah, thank you. Congratulations to Keisha and everybody. We're so excited about the baby. We have partnered with a very, very fantastic brand that we enjoy so much. Their products are available on our website, so you can order them from us. And today we have a special where if you buy one of their products, you can get our tempered glass mat for free. You just have to make sure all of the items are in the cart. I do have to give you a little disclosure. On our website, if your order is $125 or more, you get free shipping. But that applies just to our products. So when another brand of products pops in, that changes the shipping things just a little bit. So keep an eye on that when you're doing your shopping cart, and know that because they ship from different locations, that's how that kind of works. But if you are ready, Michelle, give us a little thumbs up. We're going to bring our friend Michelle from Aliso Irons on. Eric is going to pop her on to the screen. Eric's in the back, by the way. Everybody say hi to Eric as well. And there we go. Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Hi. Thank you so much. Michelle is here from Aliso Irons. You guys,
if you can see my little thing here. I had it all set up, but of course each thing is different, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. But
everything is just a little different, right?
Yeah. So you'll see that you won't see the top of my head the whole time.
That is okay.
Okay. There,
you know,
that should work.
It's always hard to kind of decide like how you want to frame yourself in this stuff, right? If you want to like get closer or get further away, and then you have to kind of compromise on stuff. You never know until you're there. Yes, you never quite know.
Nice to see you, and happy holidays. It sounds like you had a fun-filled holiday weekend.
We did. We had a really good weekend. My friend and I that go and do the trade shows for CutterPillar, Keisha, my friend, and I, we go and do the shows, and then we have it's just our excuse to kind of hang out with each other, but we call it our company Christmas party, and us and our husbands go. So we went up into the mountains of Park City, Utah.
And I've been there many times. It's really fun there. Yeah.
It is so fun. Yeah. We stayed overnight there. We had a lovely dinner. We had brunch. Great. They have these, in Midway, Utah, which is a little city right next to Park City. They have this little restaurant that has those little globes out in on their seating area. So we had brunch inside the globes, and it was like a little igloo. Yeah. And it was snowing all around us, and it was so great. It was beautiful.
We have a restaurant in town now that that we have now, those little igloos out there. So I was thinking of making a reservation, because I bet you they fill up quickly.
They do. I think they do. They do at that place. And it's funny because we did the same thing a couple years ago. And now as we were up in Park City and Midway and Heber City, those are all the little towns, are all close to each other up in the mountains there. As we were driving through, we saw a bunch of other little restaurants around having little igloos out. So it's like people are catching up and they are adding those to them. Cool. So it's really funny. Yes, Lisa, Michelle was here. Yes, she was here on our very first, I think, right? Back in the springtime, our very first handmade collective. Michelle was able to join us and talk about all of the irons. And we're so excited to have her back, because now we have Aliso irons available on our website. And the special today, guys, the special today, I'm so excited about. The special today is if you purchase through our website an Aliso iron, you will get our tempered glass mat for free. Now, we have talked about the tempered glass mats before. They will take the heat of an iron on top of your light board. So they're so cool with that. The Aliso irons pair so well with those. Now, we have both sizes of their irons available on the website. And as I was mentioning a little bit before, the smaller project irons, if you ordered that one and it's just that in the cart and the tempered glass in the cart, that there will be a little bit of a shipping charge that applies. But if you order one of the
on ours,
Yes. Yeah. It's just the way it kind of works out on our
Okay.
website is kind of a little bit weird. Just to bundle the products together, that kind of ends up odd. But if you want one of the bigger irons, that will qualify for free shipping on our website. And it will also qualify for the additional 12 days of Christmas buy more, save more discounts. So add whatever you want in your cart, and those kinds of things will apply. As always, if you have any questions, send us a quick email to support@cutterpillar.com, and we are happy to help you with that. But Michelle, I have my irons here. I have both of them as well. I have my big one I ordered on our website to test to make sure everything works, and I have my cute little one that I love so much.
Floral. Yeah. And I have the
And
pistachio here with me.
Yes. Yes, this is so fun. I'm so excited. We're twinsies. We have all of them. It's super exciting. So I am going to I'm excited to watch, because when you came for the Handmade Collective back in the spring, I was doing back end stuff in the office and I wasn't able to watch your whole thing. And so I'm excited because these are brand new irons for me. And I want to learn all about them and learn exactly the way they work and how to keep them pristine, because I know that's what you're able to, you're going to tell us about that as well.
Yes.
And so I'm going to kind of let you take it, if that's cool with you, for a bit. And then she also, Michelle has our tempered glass mat there as well to kind of show how they work on top of the glass mat. So I'm so excited.
Well, the glass mat is fairly, whoops, you just touch it and it's, look, like I feel like I'm in heaven here.
I know. It's really nice when that happens, right?
Yeah. Maybe I should unplug it so you guys don't get, I'll unplug it right now so you don't get like all crazy here. But anyways, what's really great, working with the glass mat, especially with the mini iron, well, both of them are great, but there's a few things you want to make sure that you remember when you're working on your glass tempered mat, or is that what you call it, a mat, correct? So
yes.
One of the things with the small iron, it's really easy to manipulate within the parameters of the mat. And I love English paper piecing. I'm not the biggest fan of foundation paper piecing, but that is also a project that you're usually working with small pieces and you have to press a lot. But one of the things I love about the English paper piecing is that when you use the mini iron, you see, it doesn't cover your entire project. So I just want to talk about the reason you have a mini iron, an M3 Pro project iron, and a large iron. They serve two different purposes. And the big iron, if you're working on a small project, you can see covers up the entire project. So I personally, on a smaller project, English paper piecing, foundation paper piecing, etc., I really like to use the mini iron. One of the things that you'll read in your instructions, when you get your instructions, I actually read them. A lot of people do not read instructions when they get a new product because they think how easy, it's an iron, or it's a glass mat, or it's a light board, you just plug it in and use it. Well, I really suggest you taking a few minutes and look over the instructions, or if you happen to see one of my videos, I'll go through all of the important features and benefits that you should know about before you start using your iron. One of the things about the glass mats, and you'll read in the CutterPillar instructions, is you do not want to go over the edge of your mat like this with your iron. You want to make sure you're staying in the interior of your iron space, and you have a plenty. It's 16 by 12, so you have a great amount of area to work with. So and this, as you can see, is our iTouch Auto Lift iron. So I'm going to place that over here, and I'm going to talk again a little bit more about the M3 Pro project iron. So as you can see, if you're working on a project, you have a lot of space to use on your tempered glass mat. The also in your instructions on your CutterPillar glow tempered glass mat talks about not leaving your iron down on the mat for more than 30 seconds without moving it. It's not like anything is going to happen to it because it's tempered glass, but it could transfer some heat underneath the iron. You just want to really follow the instructions to keep your products, in good shape. And that's what I talk about all the time with our irons, the spa day. It's actually protecting your investment. We spend a lot of money on our products, on our notions, on our tools, on our sewing machines, or if you have a long arm, on your glow mats, your light board, and you just want to be able to take care of it to have them working at the best possible capacity for a very long time. So the mini iron, let's start from the beginning. It comes with a trivet. Now, it's warm, so just be careful. So it's medical grade silicone. It will never melt, but it will get hot, and you can actually hang it. So I have a pegboard behind my workstation, and I have every color, luckily, because I work for Aliso. It's long, and as well as our licensed product, which is Tulip Pink, as well as K Facet. And what you do is you want to peel that off and you turn it over and you can place it on top. So there's a storage side and a resting side. Okay. You'll also notice that you can put this on its heel, which is really great. So the cord comes out to the side, and you can very easily move this cord to the other side of the iron if you're left-handed. You'll see this little section right here, and you'll see these tiny little, right here, these little, oh, can you use the small? Oh, of course, yes, you can use the small iron for clothing. And particularly what's really great is for pockets, collars, cuffs. If you have sleeves or anything with a little ruffle, the little iron gets right in there. And if you have little clothes too, or you have doll clothes that you're making for the holiday presents or anything like that. So you just take a tweezers, you'll pull out those two little rubber stoppers, and you'll see tiny little screws. So make sure you take it off over a towel. I'm going to turn the steam off because it keeps making a lot of noise. And you'll undo those. You're going to pull this out and you just turn it over, and your plug will be on this side if you're left-handed. So a lot of folks tell me that they're left-handed and they've dealt with right-handed instruments and tools their whole life, so they'll probably just leave it. But I've had so many people just got so excited at the thought that they were going to be able to have an iron that actually is specifically made for them if they're left-handed. Also, I want to point out is that it has 2 auto shutoffs. So when it's flat on its silicone mat, it will raise up a little bit. It says, my 7-year-old mini was my president, much easier for tiny hands. Yes, it really is. If you have anything, like if you have arthritis or anything, or even now I have my granddaughters using this, they're 6, of course, under supervision to make sure they're focused. It's so much easier. We raise the handle up and wider. And yes, what is the best way? Oh, I'll get right to that in a minute. Jana, sorry. So anyways, on its sole plate, it has a 10-minute auto shut off, and it also has an LED headlight. As you can see, it works really great on darker fabrics, or if you don't have such great lighting in your sewing space. On its heel, the light turns off because you don't need it, and it has a 30-minute auto shut off. It has a diamond-coated ceramic sole plate for easy cleanup. Now, when you're cleaning this iron, if you get any fusibles, I work with fusibles all the time. Oh, my cloth fell off. You should, when the iron cools down, you should be able to just wipe everything off very gently. Now, if it's a stubborn, really stubborn spot with fusibles, you just want to use any of the commercial hot iron cleaner that are on the market. So you have Bowen has one. Let's see, Magic has one. Faultless. Any of those will work great on our sole plates. You just don't want to use anything too harsh. Never use one of those magic erasers or anything like that. That could cause damage to your iron. One of the things you also want to make sure, and it's a little bit more relevant for the large iron, is to make sure you're, obviously you need to do this when the iron is turned off, unplugged, and you want to clean this out here too. One of the things that people think and forget that they neglect is to clean around the skirt and the sole plate. There's a little channel in here, right along here. Okay, and here you go. I don't know if you can see. I saved this so I could show you. So it has a little bit of dirt and fuzz and dust. And basically what that is from is the fuzz, the little dust, the lint that's on top of your fabric, or if you use any kind of pressing sprays, especially if it has starch. Now, I usually use Flatter, which has no starch in it, but is a starch-like spray. But you still have any kind of buildup in there. You want to make sure that you clean that out. It's really important to clean that out. You can't have an enclosed area here in any iron because you need to have that air circulation. So, and I think that the other thing that you could use is like a little Teflon, like little pad as well that you could use on the bottom of your iron. So our iron has steam capability. I'm going to turn that up to the red zone. Here is the water window. You fill the water right in here. And one of the most important things is to only use tap water. We say if you can drink your water, your iron can drink the water. Very, very important. You need the minerals that are in tap water or drinking water to help maintain the temperature in the steam chamber to create steam. So I have set this to the red zone. The lights are on and it's ready to do steam burst. I hope, yeah, there you go. You can see that. Okay. So I'll turn that down. And then I'm going to just talk a little bit about our big iron. So I'm not going to turn it. It's plugged in, so it's working. But obviously when you turn it up, you're going to see this blinking green light. And the blinking green light means it's heating up. You never want to press the steam button or the continuous steam buttons because if you do that before the iron is heated up, you will cause your iron to leak. It could cause the water to come out because you're pressing the iron, you're telling it to make steam when it's not hot enough, when the chamber isn't hot enough. So when I'm at a trade show, people walk by it on the way out the door and they're always pressing these buttons. And then I turn it on in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, there's water coming out. And I forget that people are doing that. And as soon as it's heated up to the right temperature, I can create steam. Oh yeah, we really do have great steam. Like the little mini iron that has like a 3-foot steam burst capability. This has continuous steam here as well as really nice steam burst. It also has a side filler right here, and it comes with a little cup that you can put your water in. And again, tap water. Make sure you do not go above the max line. If you do, or you spill any water on the outside, make sure you clean it with a nice soft cloth, because that can find its way into cracks and into the little seams, not cracks, seams. And that could find its way out as far as leaking. And this has a steam, let's see, here we go. Has a detailer tip, which is really great when you're trying to get into pockets, collars, cuffs, etc. Especially if you're making garments or if you're just pressing your clothes. Like I wear a lot of linen and cotton, so I actually, and don't tell anybody, I actually have this iron. This is my iron for my clothes that's next to my bed because I iron my clothes on my bed. So, but I probably shouldn't tell people that. It says, when would you use continuous steam? Well, if you're pressing something, like if you're pressing your quilt top, say, you've already pressed the seams individually on the back, but when you're pressing it on the front and you want to steam it really to get a crisp press, then you could put your continuous steam on. If you have a really stubborn wrinkle, then you might want to use the steam burst. And this also has 3 different levels of steam, of continuous steam as well. So on this iron, this has a little bit deeper channel around the skirt and the sole plate. So I will want to clean that as well with a soft cloth when the iron is cooled off. And I'll just use this as a sample. I usually use either a soft microfiber cloth or a piece of cotton batting folded up. Oh, and as you can see, it has a lot of lint in there. And it's, you don't think that it's important, or you kind of don't even realize. Some people don't realize the channel goes in so deeply. It's really important to keep that clean. Now, when you want to clean the inside of your iron, which is as important as the outside of your iron, you want to just occasionally, depends how much you use your iron, you want to occasionally clean it with just a water bath of equal parts of white vinegar and tap water, kind of like what your grandma used, white vinegar. My mom, she's 95. She was like always talking about the benefits of white vinegar, but it's true. So you want to run that through. You don't have to fill the whole tank, but just equal parts, and you want to run it through the tank. And that way you can just, really get, and then spray over a towel, do your spray, do your spritzer, all of that. So this has some great, if someone wanted to see the steam, there you go. And then you're going to do that. You want to run it all the way through. And then after you do that, if it still has some stuff coming out, you'll want to run that through twice. And then you'll want to run a clear water bath through it again with tap water only. So I think that's probably about it. I don't know if anybody has any other questions that popped up that I didn't mention. If you're going somewhere, I really like the light on the small one. Yes, I do think that's one of the improvements that I just love over the M2 now that we have the M3. So I talk about like the first M2, our first attempt at our good attempt at a mini iron. You always have to start somewhere. It was great. But I think that our improvements that we made are just fabulous. The light, we lifted the handle up a little higher, a little wider, so it's easier to hold. And you don't need a hard grip. You just want to gently hold it like a mouse and push it, because it has this amazing smooth diamond coated ceramic sole plate, and that goes over any fabrics very smoothly. I would say if you use your iron every day, depending on your tap water, you might want to do it monthly. My well water is perfectly fine. I probably only do it quarterly. So you just want to make sure that you don't, don't wait too long. Okay. So, because it is really important. Let's see, what is the best way? I'm glad you asked that, because I think the best way to pack the mini iron is using one of our carry cases. So this carry case was decorated by Patty Buscemi. So this, Melody has one right there that matches her iron. So this one, we actually had a challenge, and we have so many cute ones. So you open it up. Let me see if I have a cool iron here. Well, this one's kind of cool. I would put the sole plate on it. I wrap the cord around, and it fits right in. It's like a little house for it, a little purse. You can even hang it up that way. But this one's so cute. And look at how she decorated this one. Is that one so beautiful?
That is so cute. Now, you guys, if you want the carry cases or any of the other accessories Aliso has, pop over to their website at aliso.com for those things. We do have the irons on our site, but all of the accessories and stuff are on. Oh my gosh. Michelle, I have this camera that kind of has a mind of its own over here. It does kind of, I don't know what it does. Anyway, I talk with my hands so much that it just starts doing stuff. So keep answering questions. I love all these questions. This is so great. But yes, if you guys want the little carrying cases to go with your irons, go pop over on Aliso's website to find those for sure.
So this is the K facet carrying case. that I put probably 300 buttons on it. And those are K facet buttons. Isn't that cute? So,
That is so cute. So you
yeah,
embellished that one. You did that one.
I did. Yeah, I did
Cute.
that one. Patty Buscemi did the one with the beautiful, oh, and she made a big one for me too, but she makes, like, I'll show this up close. Look at all that
Oh, that's
beadwork.
so great.
It's all done by hand.
Crazy. That's so cute.
And then Heather
That is
Donahue,
so
she
cute.
did this one. She made a, this is hysterical. She made a subway car, okay? And it's called the Aliso Express.
Oh,
And the
cute.
F train, I mean, like the MTA, the metro
I
system
love that.
is that like just so adorable. She's
That
amazing.
is so cute.
She does a
That's
lot of
awesome.
things in felt, like vintage, like from the 50s, 60s. Like you'll know, like her stuff is like that. But you
Yeah,
don't have to embellish it. But I mean, it's just so cute, and that way
it's so cute.
you can make it your own. Yeah.
Yes.
If you're traveling and you don't have a carry case, what I do is I wrap up my iron in clothes. I mean, if I don't have my any bubble wrap with me, even if I do have some bubble wrap, I'll wrap it up and then I'll wrap my clothes around it, and it should be fine.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yes. Yeah, there was a question. I don't know if you saw that one. If your
Yes,
water has a lot of lime in it, does that change how often you should
it could,
clean it?
yes. And you could also just get a big gallon of inexpensive drinking water at the grocery store. If you have
Oh,
any
gotcha.
concerns about your water, just do not use distilled water. Don't mistakenly buy distilled water at the store. Like, make sure you get just regular drinking water. As I said before, the minerals, so the steam chamber has minerals in it, on the they apply minerals, okay, and that helps maintain the steam chamber to be hot enough to make your water into steam. Now when you put more water in, it washes all those minerals away, and if you use distilled water, there's nothing to replace the minerals. It also helps the inner workings of the iron. Maybe that's
Gotcha.
more information that you want to know, but if you know that, kind of sticks in your mind that, yeah, I got to make sure I'm using tap water. Now, I happen to have really great
Yeah,
well
those
water.
kinds of things are good to know.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem, but I do have other friends that that live in the next town, and they don't like their water because it has like I don't know, they get calcium deposits like in certain parts on their sink and everything. And I said, just use inexpensive drinking water from the store. You can get a
Right.
gallon really inexpensively. And I would just use that. So yes, we do have a carrying case for the big iron as well. I think that a lot of people don't take their big iron somewhere, but if you're going to your guild or retreat and you're going to do a whole quilt top, you're going to want your big iron there. Because
Right.
can you imagine? I mean, you can do it, but doing a whole, pressing your whole quilt top with this little iron, I've done it before, but you're going to find it, much quicker to be able to do it with your big iron. This is the TG 1600 Pro Plus. Comes in turquoise, rosé, butterscotch, and orchid. We also have the K facet iron, as well as the tulip pink. And then the little irons, the M3 Pros, they come in pistachio. And you saw my aqua right here. Okay. Melody has the coral, and then we also
I have the
have a
coral.
really pretty raspberry.
Yeah, the raspberry is really cute too. Yeah.
I don't have it here because my granddaughter was here a few weeks ago, and she took it home with her to make a project for her mom for Christmas.
Oh, cute. So then you have to let her. You have to let her. I will tell you, Michelle, it's funny, when I ordered my big one and I got it, I took it up to Keisha's house to do a live last week with it. And when I came home, it was just kind of sitting out in my bedroom. And my husband goes, "Oh, did you get me a new iron?" And I'm like, no. So he grew up as an army brat, and then he joined the military right out of high school. And so he irons everything. He irons everything. And this, like, the The seams have to, they're the pressing things are all lined up and everything, the way he irons everything. He's like, did you get me? I'm like, no, you are not
Yeah,
allowed to
you
touch.
got you one.
I
So
got me a new iron. You still use the other one. This one is mine. You know, in a pinch, if the other one breaks, you can ask permission. But other than that, no, this is mine. Yes.
oh, Ginny wants to know if you can have a carry case decorating live one day. Oh, that would be really fun. I
That would be
have
really fun.
you can go to our website and there is a page, or you can go to Instagram. It's a hashtag get carried away with Elisa, or on our website, and you can see so many, dozens of them. We have mice
I'm
and
going to check those.
hedgehogs and monkeys and ones with beautiful flowers all over it. And I mean, it's endless. As you can see, the three I have here are just so cute. And I
So
mean, you
cute.
could just, and you could, like, I just found I was cleaning my studio. And you know how when you clean your sewing room, you find all kinds of great stuff. Well, I found a huge
Yes.
bag of that someone had given me these adorable little crocheted flowers. And I was like, oh, well, I think I'm going to put those
Oh,
all over a carry case, right? So, I mean,
that would be so
yeah.
cute.
And so my friends at Benzie Wool, they have beautiful wool felt. If you're familiar, if you're not familiar with them, you should be. Just lovely. They have all kinds of pre-cut, cute little felt things that you can just add those on. I mean, it can be as simple or as elaborate. Like everybody goes
Right.
crazy over this button one, but guess what? It's just buttons. You know what I mean? I didn't really do anything that. Yes, I sat there for hours. Oh, I probably watched a Netflix show.
Right.
This is actually our pressing towel for Cafe as well. So we didn't talk about pressing towels, but pressing cloth. So, make sure, I mean, like, if you're working with something that's really sticky or even something that's really delicate, you might want a very lightweight pressing cloth. If you use your glow temper glass mat and whatever you're pressing, and then a lightweight pressing mat. It's just better be safe than sorry if you're really not that sure.
Yeah.
And it can also prevent your iron from getting, even messier. If you don't have a pressing cloth, you could use your freezer paper, like if you have that for your appliques. And so this is the cloth. I actually embroidered it. So
That's awesome.
anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's
There's
another.
another question there from
Mhm.
Shelly. She's heard from friends that the Aliso iron tends to leak over time. Is that because of pushing the steam without it being warm? Or are there other reasons we can do to avoid and maintain the iron integrity?
Well, you can actually make any iron leak, and it's actually usually user error. So if you use incorrect water in our irons, it would tend to leak. If you don't wait till the correct temperature, it tends to leak. So those are the only suggestions I have. I mean, I think that, if one person had a couple people have a problem and they put it out there on social media, and then everybody gets all worried about that problem. But if you
Yes.
take care of
Yes.
you know what I mean? And I'm
Yep.
not saying, we have a great customer service team. You can look right on our website. There's a number there, or you can chat. You can always chat with them to talk about if you're having any issues with your iron. But yeah, I think you could probably say that about any iron on the market. And if you take care of it and follow the simple instructions that we've talked about, I'm sure you'll have your Aliso for many years. I have my original Aliso still. It has a stainless steel sole plate. It's about 17 years old, and I still use it. So, and as a
Oh,
matter of
wow.
fact,
Amazing.
yeah, yeah, I lent my
That's great.
friend. I have a friend who wanted to she wanted the older one with the stainless, and I said, well, we don't make them anymore. And so I lent her mine, and apparently I don't think I'm ever getting it back. So, but it's 17 years old and it's going
See,
strong. But that doesn't mean every iron is
that's
gonna last that long, because it really depends on how much you use it. So it says, how long
Right.
should they last? Well, our big iron has a 3-year warranty. So we really stand behind our iron. Most products do not have, electrical products do not have a 3-year warranty, and our mini iron has a
Right.
2-year warranty. So of course, if your rabbit chews the cord, no, we're not going to cover that.
Right.
I've
Right.
had people
Right.
ask me that, so
No, we
yeah.
have too. I understand. We have too. We've had that happen as well. Um,
Anyways, yeah. So
Jen, Ginny wants to know if they're ever going to make a non-lifting large iron. You know, it's funny, Ginny. Like I don't mind the sound. I get what you're saying. I don't mind the sound, but
yeah.
it does startle me sometimes. Like I'm not prepared for it, and it pops out, and I'm like, wait, what was that? So
Well,
it's
yeah,
cool.
you
I love
do
that lifting
eventually
part.
get used to it. Well, I would
Yeah.
say I'm not going to say never, because never say never, but I'm really not
Right.
sure. It's because this iron is a good iron is usually about, this one is 5.5 pounds. Most of us, I know, like a heavier iron.
Right.
I feel like it helps the pressing process and the ironing process. But so this iron is, maybe it isn't for everyone, but it is ergonomic. And the reason because it has the eye touch, so you're not lifting it up. So remember, when you're lifting this up, if you feel it, okay, you got your wrist, your hands, and then your wrist, especially here, the outside goes all the way up to your elbow as well as your shoulder. So you are
Right.
protecting yourself and your health of your and face it, if I people would ask me, I did a TV show one time and they said, well, we ask all of our guests, what's your favorite tool, what's the most important tool in your sewing room? And I go,
Right. Yeah,
these are hands.
fair.
It's not your
Yes.
sewing machine or anything like that. Um, so and you should take care of that. You should always be stretching, get up and move around, do your shoulder rolls, things like that. If you're not familiar with those kind of exercises, you can ask your doctor or your PT or just on YouTube. But you really need to take care of these, because this is, if you don't, if you have carpal tunnel or you have, I believe me, I've had 2 shoulder surgeries, and they weren't from picking an iron up. They were from pulling my suitcases around for 23 years. So
Yeah.
the small iron weighs,
No,
yeah,
you know what? You're so right.
right.
You
So,
have to watch out for that for sure.
and
Yeah.
thank goodness now we have suitcases with 4 wheels. So, we don't not always dragging
Right.
them behind us. But, every airport and every hotel is carpeted, believe it or not. So the drag on your
It,
shoulders.
it's yes, it's tough when we travel to these shows to be able to pull those suitcases through the
Yeah.
carpet. We're always every time we go anywhere, like, oh no, the convention center has carpet. It's like,
The little iron someone just asked is 2.2 pounds, so it's really fairly lightweight, but it's
yeah,
heavy enough to really feel like it's something substantial. It is not a toy. It's a
right.
real it's a real iron. That's why we call it, it's the project iron. So,
Yeah. It's
um,
amazing.
yeah. So I don't know if there was any other questions that I missed, or does
No,
anybody have questions?
I think Eric's been doing really great popping them on there
Thank
for
you,
us to
Eric.
make
I
sure that we
appreciate
saw them
that.
all. Eric's been
Mhm.
great in the back for that.
Yeah,
Well, you guys, Michelle, thank you so very, very much for
very
joining
welcome.
us and showing us all of this stuff. We so very appreciate it. Guys, it is still our 12 days of Christmas happening over at CutterPillar.com. Today's day 8. We're more than halfway through. I'm a little bit sad that it's almost over, but it's been a
Mhm.
lot. So I'm a little bit excited to not have to like do hair and makeup every single morning to go on these lives, which is great. It's still so fun. We so enjoy everybody being here, but I always like wake up early and I look at my calendar and I'm like, is someone else? Nope, I got to go do my makeup because it's me today, kind of a
Yep.
thing. So it's been so great. But guys, our special feature today, because you can use these irons on our tempered glass mat. So if you purchase one of the Aliso irons from our website, you can get the tempered glass mat for free. There are
Wow.
no coupons needed, no coupon codes needed
What a
for our sale going
what
on
a
right
great
now.
deal. Wow.
Isn't that great? And then always, you guys, you can go look at the other, on our landing page, you can go look at all of the other deals we've had throughout our 12 days of Christmas. Last week we had a great feature where we had our Glow Classic with a tote bag. Put that in your cart, put your glass mat in your cart, put your iron in your cart. You will get the discount on the Glow Classic with the tote bag. You will get your glass mat for free. And then you will also, wherever that lands, you'll get extra 10, 15, or 20% off depending on how big your cart is. And it's so great. There's no need for any coupons this time. It is so, it's so amazing. Jana, you're very sweet to say that you would judge me if I didn't put makeup on. I don't know if I could.
Lisa
It's a thing for me.
If you purchase this separately, no, it's a very integral part of the M3 Pro iron, project iron. So it does come, the matching color does come with the iron itself. So
yes, and then it matches. Yes, and it's so cute. I love it. I love it so much. I love that it all coordinates.
It does. Yeah. And then you flip it over and there you are. So
yes. But yes, make sure, check the irons out on our site. Check out the more information on Aliso and any of the little accessories you can get from Aliso. So they have lots of great things. They have those pressing cloths. They have carry cases. They have wool mats. They have all kinds of stuff over there.
Oh, we have really pretty new
ironing board covers
that match the new mini irons. They're like two-tone with circles, and they match the irons. It's so cute. We have linkable wool pressing mats that I have on my desk. You use silicone links on the bottom, and you can, if they're 14-inch square, and you can make it cover your entire work surface. So yeah, we have all different kinds of products. So I hope you'll stop over, take a look at our newsletters there. Oh, and you can sign up for our newsletter. We always have some really great content in there. I'm not just saying that because I write it, but
but you do. I've signed up for them too, and I love all of the stuff that you put out there. Shelly, I saw your question. So are the 12-day deals cumulative? So you should wait until the 12th day to order, since I'm finding I want it all. I totally understand that. But I will tell you, you can, because they are all going to be live throughout. They don't stop. They're going to be live throughout Friday. And so you can do that, but also know that on our website, any order over $125 is free shipping. So if you're like me and you like to scare your husband and just get lots of packages to show up at the house, so he's just kind of like, what now, what now, what now? You can order in spurts of $125, and then you could get lots of presents. Either way, the 12 days is a great time to stock up on what you've been waiting for, what you've been looking at. If you have gifts that you need to give for your friends or family, or Quilting Guild members, Secret Santa gifts, all those kinds of things. We've got all of that. There are very many things, and I understand you need them all. I feel so similar to that with Christmas decorations as well as quilting products now. I have two kind of obsessions now.
Oh, it says, does the small iron have self-lift? Oh, no. You know why? It's a baby. It only crawls. It's not big enough to put the feet in there. So that
makes sense.
It's a baby. It just crawls.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Because
plus, so good. So good.
Two auto shutoffs, remember, and a light and great steam. And so it does all this stuff. So we can only fit so much in, but one of the things I just want to mention before I head out is that when you plug in your iron, it turns red, the red ring. I had this teacher in England. When I went over to England last year, I said, oh my gosh, Karen, you're famous in our office, because she sent her iron back 3 times because she said it didn't heat up, but she didn't turn it on. You have to press the button to turn it on. So, but
I will admit, I did the same thing the very, very first time. I did the same thing my very, very first time that I grabbed an Aliso iron to use. I was like, I don't know why it's not. I don't know. And I was like, oh yeah, you got to turn it on.
Okay, well, I guess I'll head out. There's no more questions for me. It looks like
we're good. Michelle, thank you again so very much. You're so great. You guys, make sure you sign up for Michelle's newsletter over to Lisa. Lots of great lots of great ideas and tips and tricks and lots of kind of stuff there. You're so great. I really appreciate it, Michelle. And I will chat with you again soon.
Yeah. Thank you, Melody. Bye, everybody.
Thanks so
Happy
much. Bye,
holidays.
everybody. All right, guys, we'll just do a little bit more housekeeping and we won't keep you all day like we did today since we're not teaching Keisha how to quilt or anything today. Make sure you guys go join our CutterPillar Creations Hub Facebook page. We have lots of projects and tips and fun stuff that's going on there. Sneak peeks. Sometimes we use that group to ask product development questions, all of that kind of stuff as well. Just go to Facebook and search for that group, CutterPillar Creations Hub. You will get approved as quickly as I find the notifications. And I try to do that several times a day. So I'm a little slow, so don't mind me on that sometimes. But I really love all of the tips that Michelle has given us about the irons because guys, are you the same way? I am terrible at keeping my stuff clean. And I always need a reminder for that. I know someone earlier mentioned that you realized that you needed to, oh, yay, Cynthia, your first Aliso is showing up today. I love that. That you realize you need to clean something when you get muck on your other things that you're working on. So I love the tips and tricks for that to keep it clean. And I honestly would have thought, until Michelle has explained it to us, I would have thought that distilled water would be better in your iron than non-distilled water, just because my husband sleeps with the sleep apnea machine. We sleep with humidifiers. We sleep with all these things. And we always use distilled water for that stuff. So it's really good to do that. You're right, Linda. You can never have too much information. It's really, really great for that. The tap water, it is really a big one because I would have, we use distilled water for everything. Guys, I have the best thing in the world that I sleep with. My husband has a sleep apnea machine, but I have this thing. It's called a chili pad. It's kind of the size of a humidifier, and you put distilled water in it, and then you put this mat underneath your sheet, and then the humidifier thing, it's not really a humidifier, but it shoots water into the mat, and then you put your fitted sheet over the top, and it cools the water. It can heat the water too, but since I've been in menopause and have had night sweats and hot flashes and all those things, it's the best way for me to sleep, guys. If you are having it, not that you are, not that I'm saying everybody is, but it has been so great because now I don't have to have the room as cold, so my husband doesn't hate me as much anymore. It's the best thing, but that uses distilled water, so I would assume everything would need distilled water. That free glass mat feels like a rogue deal. Yeah, guilty, Jana. You're right. You know me very well, Jana. You watch enough. You know me very well. You're right. That is a rogue deal. That is, it was kind of a different thing, but we switched it up a little bit this morning. So yes, so I did that. I use distilled water on my cheap iron. Now, yeah, Pebbles, we all need to rethink our life choices every now and then, don't we? Like that's how we learn and grow, right? I did the same thing. I'm going to go talk to my husband with his special military grade iron that he uses all the time to find out if that should still use distilled water, because I think he does that as well. So that is so great. What is it called? So the mat that you're talking about that I sleep with now, it was a little expensive, guys, but it's the best thing ever. My husband's side, he can heat his side up and I can cool my side down. I keep it at 55 degrees and it makes me sleep so well. It's called a chili pad. The one I have is from a company called Ooler, Ooler. I don't know if that particular company makes them anymore, but there's other companies that make a similar thing. I just fill it up with distilled water. I can set the temperature. There's an app on my phone and I can turn it on and off that way. And I can set it to turn on. It's so great. I set it and it turns on automatically so that when I get into my bed at night, it's already cold. Oh, it has been a lifesaver for me, guys. It has been a lifesaver. It is the best thing. It has not, you know what, Linda, it has never sprung any leaks. We've had it now for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, maybe even 7. I'm not sure. It's not ever sprung any leaks. The only thing that does happen is if I tend to sleep in the same spot for a long time, the weight of myself sort of like pushes down on the little tubes inside that mat. And so, then that part might get a little bit warm, but then I just have to roll over to the other side because the other side got super cold. It reminds me of the water bed. Guys, how many used to have a water bed? My husband and I, when we were first together, had a water bed, and we would in the summertime, we would turn off the heater so the bed would be, yes, exactly. Yes, Pebbles, exactly. We're old enough to do that. Did you used to turn the heater off? We used to turn the heater off in the summertime. And then we didn't have to have as much air conditioning going on when we were first together because it kept it cool. It's very similar to that, except the whole bed doesn't move around. Like it doesn't, I miss my water bed sometimes. We talk about that every now and then. I wish we could still find those. If anyone has found one, yeah, we had it forever too. If anyone knows where I can get another waterbed, I might be interested in doing that again because we could turn that off and it would be so cold in the summertime when it was so hot because we're in the desert here. It was so great. Yeah, yes. And Shelly, do you remember like the first waterbed we had? I would get a little motion sick on it, but the second one we had like a foam pad inside it, so it would kind of keep it a little more steady. Oh, guys, the memories. How funny. Oh, yeah, you don't need a heater in the waterbed. That's true in Florida. Yep. Yes, after the crib. God, guys, I love this. I love this. I thank you for helping me feel heard and understood about my age and my missing of my waterbed. I love that so much. Yeah, we would turn the heat down in the, yep, Barbie. Yeah, guys, waterbeds were the bomb. I'm so sad they don't make them anymore. Oh, look at us going off on tangents as usual, as we do here, you guys. I love Eric. You didn't get to have a waterbed. I'm so sorry, Eric. Oh yeah, Eric, will you put a link in the chat to the iron collection page? We did skip over that a little bit, but how great is Michelle? She's so very sweet, and I'm so grateful that she came to teach us all about this. I am very similar. I was one of the ones that the first Aliso iron that I tried, I forgot to push the button to turn it on, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't getting hot. But now it does, so I'm so great. So day 8 is the 12 days of Christmas. Tomorrow, we have a very special feature for our 12 days of Christmas. We will start at 10 a.m. Mountain Time again. For those of you that were here with us on Friday when Nathan, our CEO, joined me, he showed you some images of a book that his mother-in-law is an avid quilt maker, and she would give away all of her quilts, and they took photos of all of the quilts with the people that she gave them to and turned them into a book. I'm so excited to meet her. She is going to join us and show how she uses our product that is going to be our feature tomorrow in her quilting. And I am super very excited for that. So she will be with us tomorrow. We will be live from our studio tomorrow. Nathan and his mother-in-law and I will be there. Eric, I think that lime green one is adorable. I think you should get that. I am with you. So tomorrow's going to be super fun. Every day the rest of this week, join us at 10 a.m. I think I don't remember who's doing what when, but I know tomorrow that we will have Nathan and his mother-in-law. Yes. Hey, Shelly, if you find a waterbed on Amazon, shoot me that link because I might be able to talk. My husband really likes the memory foam bed that we have right now, but listen, I wouldn't be opposed to sleeping in another room if I could sleep on another waterbed. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Well, guys, we really appreciate you joining us again today. How long are we over time? I don't even know. No, we did pretty good today. We didn't go too long. Later this week, I think on Thursday, Keisha will be here with me, and I'm going to try to teach her another little something. So that's going to be funny on Thursday. Does the tempered glass mat appear in your shopping cart automatically? Thank you for asking that, Patty. It does not appear automatically. It does not. All of our buy something, get a thing for free, you have to add them to your cart, but the discount will apply automatically. So if you put in an Aliso iron, any of the Aliso irons, you can get the Tula Pink one that's on there, the Cafe one, I always say that wrong, those special limited edition ones you can put in there, or any of the large size ones. Put that in there, add the glass mat. The glass mat will come off automatically. And if you want to get one of the large ones, you guys, that already will, with the glass mat, bumps you into the buy more, save more categories where you will get an additional 10% off of everything in your cart for that. You also, if you put one of the mini project irons in, you will end up with the glass mat. The glass mat, because it ships from a separate location, if those are the only two things you have in your cart, there will be a nominal shipping charge for that. Our website automatically gives you free shipping at $125 or more. But because the Aliso irons, they ship them for free from their warehouse, and our stuff ships from our warehouse. So they're a separate kind of thing. So don't be surprised if that happens. But if you ever have any questions, just shoot us an email to support@cutterpillar.com anytime. And yes, and the stuff over the weekend, we had buy 3 flex lights, get 1 free. If you missed those lives over the weekend, check that out. Put 4 in your cart. 1 will be for free automatically. If your cart, guys, if your cart has $100 or more, add a fat quarter bundle bag, because you can get a free fat quarter bundle bag as well. So all of that stuff is happening all at the same time during our 12 days of Christmas. And guys, we only have 4 days left. There's just through the end of this week. Wait a second. If you Google waterbed, there are a few websites that have hard side mattresses with the water insert in the center. Oh, Barbie. Oh, I know what I'm doing after this live. That is, oh, I just got really excited for that idea, you guys. I just got really excited for that. I really, really did. I don't even know what to say right now. I'm sort of like freaking out about that idea. Time to Google search it. I'm going to do that. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Please come back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, where Nathan and his mother-in-law and I will be there. Probably them most of the time, because I will have to bow to her greatness, because I don't know if you guys saw on Friday when he showed some of the quilts that she's made, but it is so amazing. But please come back for day 9 tomorrow, and we are going through day 12 through Friday. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I don't want to leave. I feel like this is so much fun, and you guys are so great. I don't ever want to leave. But thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Come back tomorrow, and we will see you guys then. Have a great rest of your day.